Thank you for being here. I realize that some of you are standing in the back or sitting on the aisles, and feel free to stand up when you need to see the video, to sit down if you get tired of standing, to put your books down, to make yourself as comfortable as possible. If there is any room on your row, and you can scoot toward the middle and let some folks squeeze in, that would be helpful, particularly if you're near the back and there's any room. Let me introduce this morning's speakers by saying this. A couple of weeks ago, I was actually out of the country and started getting a string of emails about some Samford students who were in Haiti and how they were going to get home. And once I found out that they had been evacuated, we quickly readjusted the convocation schedule so that we could get them to speak this morning. And all three of them said, I never thought I would be speaking in Convo, and I never thought I would be speaking to a group this big. So if you've ever been up here and tried to do this, you know it can be a nerve-wracking experience. So please give them your undivided attention. Let me introduce the folks who are going to be speaking. Anna McKoy is a freshman, Megan Scott is a junior, and Katie Snider is a senior, and all three of them are nutrition majors. And they were in Haiti working in an orphanage, using some of that nutrition major education, doing some ministry there. And so they're going to come speak and show a video, and then speak and then answer some of your questions. So let me begin with a word of prayer as we get started.
Alright, hi, I'm Katie Snider, and like I said, I'm a senior nutrition major. This was actually my second time to go to Haiti. I lived there over the summer with 5 nutrition students from Samford again. And we live and we work at a malnutrition clinic and a children's home called Canaan Orphanage. It's just something that's I've grown to love. I had to go try to find a way back over Jan term. I loved it so much. And the way it's so hard for me to describe it, just a few words. And I absolutely love talking about it. Love to tell you everything. So if you ever have a chance, email me, text me, anything. I'll talk your ear off. But just kind of tell you a little bit about Canaan, about the ministry that they have there, about what we did there. We originally came there to work at the malnutrition clinic. It's a program for children 5 months old or 6 months old to 5 years old, and it allows them to gain weight. Children come from a starving, just completely starving, have no food, to at the end of the program, maybe 8 weeks later, they are able to walk, they're able to play, they're able to talk sometimes, and it's just amazing to get to see the progress, to get to see them get better and see the help return to them. So we live at the Canaan Orphanage, which we all have fun stories about it. You can ask the people who live there over the summer. We all love Canaan Orphanage, and it's a home to over 75 children. Some of them are true orphans. They have no family. Both their parents have died. Some of them, their parents have abandoned them. Then there are also some who their parents just can't afford to keep them. And they live there, they go to school there. Canaan Orphanage exists to train Haitian Christian leaders. The leadership there is Pastor Henry and Sister Gladys, and they just love Haiti. They're both Haitian themselves, and they have a passion for Haiti. They have a passion to see Haitians return to God. And this is how they serve Haiti, is through helping the next generation become the best leaders they can. So to see their love for Haiti, just as they pour out their lives to the children, they have teams that come and just, some come to help teach, some come to help the clinic, some just come to help and love on the kids. And the kids love it, everyone enjoys the time there with them. But that's something that really touched my heart, is to see the love that Sister Gladys and Pastor Henry have for the kids. As I went there this summer, or over Jan term, I was reading a book that the title is Your Jesus is Too Safe. And it just, one scripture it really pointed out was Matthew chapter 9. And it's where Jesus is looking out at the crowds. He says, these people are hopeless and helpless. They're like sheep without a shepherd. And it just really, the book was talking about how Jesus is the good shepherd, and Jesus is that shepherd that they're looking for. And so before any of this happened, the big earthquake, anything like that, since my trip over the summer, and into this time, it was just, I was developing this love for Haiti that I didn't know why. But God started to grow this love for them so that I started to see them as these people that are sheep without a shepherd. That they're looking, they're hopeless, they're helpless. They'll go to a voodoo doctor. They will say, my child is sick, please help him. And the doctor will give him a necklace or something. And saying that this is what they need, this is what they need. But really they're just sheep without a shepherd, looking for that shepherd. And we had the good shepherd, and so it's just a burden for the people of Haiti that God was giving me and just growing me to have over this whole trip is just seeing them like that, and seeing their hopelessness, but knowing that I know the good shepherd, and having that burden for them, and the longing to be with them. We all joke that each of us, the three of us, consider Haitians to be our people. When I think in my mind, I think, and I see on TV, I see the pictures of the people hurting, and all I can think of in my mind is my people are hurting. My people are helpless and hopeless. They're looking for that shepherd. And that was a big thing for me. I had never thought it would be like that. I had read about Haiti leading up to the summer trip. I had started to have an interest in Haiti, but never that love, never that just complete burden, so that I can't do anything. Being back in school has been the hardest thing for me because I can't do anything for my people except for talk about them, except for telling people to try to raise awareness that maybe this can help. But it's just that complete burden knowing that my people are suffering. My people are looking and they don't know what to do. They're looking every which way. But that I know the Good Shepherd, and that Good Shepherd wants to take them into his flock, wants to be their shepherd, wants to take care of them. We're going to show you a picture of a few slides from the earthquake. Then we'll talk to you a little bit about what happened. But I just want to kind of share with you my heart for Haiti. And these girls both can echo just a complete burden for Haiti, complete heart. That we don't want this convo to be something where you leave and think, oh, well, let me give money. We want you to be burdened for Haiti. You see so many pictures on the news everywhere, and it's easy to say, well, let those poor Haitians, let me give money. But we want you to have a heart for Haiti. We want you to know that it's not just a place where you can give money, that it's a place full of people that are helpless and hopeless and looking for that. And that, if anything else, everyone can pray. Maybe we're college students. Maybe we can't give the world to them. We can't give as much funds as we would want. But we can all pray. And that's the biggest thing that they need right now is the prayer for that shepherd, that they will take their refuge in Jesus as their shepherd. So here's a little video about the earthquake.